Maybe it's magic. Maybe it's hey. What was that weird little song at the beginning? I don't know. Speaking of wait, um, welcome to the Poetry Balls podcast with Tola and Hope you're well. It's a crazy world, isn't it? Well, it's always been crazy. I think it's just a lot crazier now. If that's even possible. I don't know. Is it crazier? It's either you're crazy or you're not. I don't think. Is it crazy, crazier than craziest? Or more crazy or most crazy? Or just crazy? I mean, it's either you're crazy or not, right? I don't know. Anyway, I woke up this morning to a Taylor Swift song. Taylor Swift song playing in my mind, which is quite weird because I don't know any Taylor Swift songs. I know the one she did with Kendrick Lamar. I can't. What's the name again? Oh wow. I know of the song. I've heard it multiple times. I can't remember the name. That's just how much I know about this lady. But I do, obviously I knew of this song, that's why it was playing in my mind. But obviously like a few minutes later, my mind went blank. I couldn't remember the song anymore. I have no idea what it's called. But why would a Taylor Swift song be playing in my head? That's a kind of a random thing to happen. But was it a good song? I don't know. I mean, it was just something that happened to me, and I can explain it, except for the simple fact that weird things happen all the time. Speaking of weird things happening all the time, I was on the bus. Ooh, surprise, surprise. Public. You know what? I think I need to stop using public transport. And that's really what the gods are telling me. The gods, the Greek gods, that's what they're telling me. They're like, Tola, you deserve better. Stop traveling on public transport. The problem with that advice is, so here's what happened yesterday. A couple of things happened. Right, so we were traveling back home by Uber, and it was a Saturday night, and there was a lot of traffic, just unusually just chock-a-block, very, very dense traffic. You always wish you never left the house. That's how bad it was. I actually passed out. I was just like, oh gosh, I can't take this anywhere else. I actually just passed out in the Uber and woke up in front of the house. No, I'm kidding. But I did pass out, and obviously we got home eventually. And it was so bad that I actually had to commend the Uber driver for his dedication and his driving. Have you ever done that? It's kind of weird, but I was like, dude, like, well done, man. That was awful. So that happened. So the point I'm trying to make with that story is that I think I said a couple of things happened, but that was the only thing that happened. What point am I trying to make? Well, if you're going to travel by car, then you're most likely, especially if you live in London, you're going to be in traffic. It's like you might as well walk to where you're going to go. You'll get there around the same time. You know, you get a nice car, nice engine. I don't know anything about cars, by the way. I'm just, that's why I hear people say, oh, it's got a nice engine. It's got a nice interior. It's like, great. Who cares? Can you make a sandwich in it? No. You probably can't sleep in it, not comfortably. Can it cure cancer? No, it's It's a nice engine, nice interior. Just get me from point A to point B. I don't give a shit. What was I saying? Yeah, if you travel by car in London, you're gonna get stuck in traffic. So the Greek gods are giving me bad advice because they want me to get stuck in traffic. And it's that old saying that it's an old historical saying that that human beings are the playthings of the gods. Well, no one's gonna play with me. Ain't nobody gonna play with me. You kidding me or what? Yeah, no one's gonna play with me. So, public transport is horrible. It's not bad. It's just that. Okay, here's what happened. I keep dragging this on. So I was traveling back from wherever. This was on Friday, I think, and it was rush hour, I think. So of course everyone's sitting next to each other, which is my worst nightmare. Like, really, you're gonna sit next to me? Me? Everyone was sitting next to each other, and no one sitting next to me because I'm black. So a guy got on the bus, lucky me, and sat next to me. The problem was this animal was eating an egg sandwich. This guy was eating an egg sandwich on the bus, on a public mode of transportation. This guy was eating an egg sandwich. I wanted to throw up. Like, the window was open. Everyone sitting next to each other, like I said. So it was like quite a full. It was a packed situation. And this guy was sat next to me eating an egg sandwich. And for the next 10 seconds, I was desperately crying to the heavens that, Lord, what have I done? Oh Lord, my God, why have you done this to me? I don't know. Anyway, thankfully, it was a pretty short distance from that bus up to the next bus stop. It was like maybe, like I said, like 10, 15 seconds. And a bunch of people got off. So A, less packed, amazing, less people. And B, this guy got up immediately and went to another seat, almost like he couldn't stand me. I'm like, what? Like, I'm the problem? Dude, you're the one with the egg sandwich. What's the logic here? Did I offend you by not liking your egg sandwich? Oh gosh. Anyway, that was Friday, and like I said, I think it's on the gods, the Greek, Zeus and them, Zeus and his buddies are trying to tell me to get a car, but I'm not going to do that just yet. London is very, very well connected by, I think, the best. I haven't been everywhere in the world, but compared to the US at least, transportation links in the UK are amazing. Because, especially where we live, like, you can get anywhere within London, anywhere within the country, quite effectively. So, it's great because it's well connected and it's not very expensive, actually, relatively speaking. But yeah, you do have people who eat egg sandwiches next to you, and yeah, something else happened actually. Yeah, and this is a general peeve of mine. People who yell either on the phone or to other people in a foreign language. This is gonna make me sound bad, but yeah, you clicked on me, so you gotta listen to this. You can switch it off, I don't mind. I honestly don't care. But people who yell on public transport or in a public place in a foreign language, that bothers me. Whether it's French, German, Irish Gaelic, Gaelic, Hebrew, Arabic. I don't Yoruba. No, I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't want to hear English either. Like, don't yell. I mean, I can tolerate. I can tolerate English a little bit more because I know what you're saying and I can hear what you're saying. I understand it, and I can judge you for that statement. It sounds horrible. Yeah, like I said, I'm not apologizing. I can judge you for what I hear. I go, no, you're just an asshole. But if you're yelling in whatever language, first of all, there's a sound of desperation that comes along with that. Because if you yell in English, then I know you're just showing off. Like, oh, this is my country. I don't care about anyone else. If you're a foreigner, you don't feel that way. You don't feel like you're better than anyone else. You just feel you're exercising your right as a. Well, let me put it this way: you haven't adapted yet to the society. Hence why, because most people don't yell on the bus. That's one good thing. People don't yell, except for kids. People don't really yell unless they lack dignity, right? So if you yell in a foreigner, I don't say this person isn't arrogant. I just think they haven't adapted fully yet. And you also sound desperate because they never sound happy. Not usually, though. It's usually some sort of complaint. The tone, you get that in the tone of their voice, and it's very loud, very aggressive, and I'm just like, dude, I don't want to hear it. Like, just shut up, speak quietly, adapt already. So that's why I'm racist. Yeah. Why did I wake up to a Taylor Swift song in my head this morning? It's really weird. I can't name you one Taylor Swift song, and I know one Taylor Swift song, and that's the one, like I said, with Kendrick Lamar. I've got to Google it. It's gonna bother me now. So let's go. Let's go to the Oracle. Google.com. Let's see. Taylor Swift. Kendrick. Bad Blood. That's what it's called. How's it go? Let's see if the lyrics come up. Oh yeah, that's it. Cause now we got bad blood. Used to be mad love. So take a look over. Oh, gosh. It's not a bad song. Because Kendrick is on it. No disrespect to Taylor Swift. I don't. Like I said, I don't really know any of her songs, and I don't know if that's by design or I actively avoid her. But she's very successful. She doesn't need me. Well, yeah, that's an okay song. I like the Kendrick verse. I think it was like I honestly can't remember much about that song except for the fact that it's the only song that I know from Taylor Swift. Yeah. So I've started writing again, slightly. I'll say slightly so, tentatively. And I feel slightly rejuvenated in my writing, only because like I said, I haven't done it for a while. I kind of put a pause in it, and but now I feel pretty excited about what I'm putting down. I'm still, again, in my mind, I'm still trying to go, who's gonna read this? Right? Not because it doesn't make sense, but I think most people don't read anymore. I find that really problematic. So even if I wrote a short story or a novel, I'm not convinced. There's no evidence for it that people are active. I don't see people reading. I see people on their phones, Instagram, YouTube channels, podcasts. So who's going to read a book? You can coerce your family members to read it because they love you. Apparently, allegedly, but I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But I am writing now. I'm writing again, and it's exciting. I love it because I've given myself some time to kind of take a bit of a pause, and I feel like I have some relatively new ideas, new approaches to what I'm doing, which is good. So, lesson to be learned: take breaks when you need them. Take breaks when you need them. Yeah, it's a Sunday, and for once the sun is out. So the sun is out, Typically the sun is out on a Sunday, but that's during spring and summer. Wow, this is getting boring. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. What can you do? I guess you can follow me on Instagram at Tola Draw Stuff. Because I draw stuff. So I'll put all the links will be in the description of the podcast. Tola Draw Stuff, the Poetry Balls podcast Instagram page, which I'm not really doing much with at the moment because there's just way too much to do. Oh yeah, this just crossed my mind, right? Employers who, let me put it this way: there's some great content online about the realities of the workplace, and all I can say is there's a lot of truth to humor. There's a lot of truth to humor. And within the humor lies the truth, as I say. Therefore, I propose to the world that we do better because the realities that are coming out are they're quite. It's quite depressing, I have to say. It's hilarious, but it's almost like, it's funny because it's true. Right. The fake hellos. If you're on a team call, you're usually on mute because it's either you have nothing to contribute or you don't want to contribute, or both. Right. So you could contribute, but you really don't want to contribute. You can't stand your teammates. Passive aggressive emails. It's like, well, life is too short for all this shit, man. Like, is life really suffering? I think it is. I really think it is. Like, even when you think you've got your shit together and everything is aligned, let's say you work hard, you get a good job, yes, you're reasonably sensible, you pay your taxes, have savings, whatever. You have a little family. The devil still kind of creeps in. Yeah, definitely in your workplace. The assholes you can't stand. The fake smiles. The false diplomacy. So, because you got to keep your job. Yeah. I haven't had to deal with much of that recently because I work freelance, so it's not as painful as a corporate gig where you got to wear a suit. I call it a prison outfit. that's what I call it. It's a prison outfit. Every day, put on your little suit. I'm kidding. You got to do what you got to do. But yeah, that tears it. I'm off. It's a Sunday, so I want to go relax. I want to go to the gym. I've been doing that quite a lot recently, and I feel good about it. First of all, because I'm less unhealthy. I feel better. Um, Gyms are weird places. They're good places, but they're weird places because basically it's man versus machine. Basically, you see some fat guy running on a treadmill. So a lady, I saw a lady, skinny arms, picking up a set of weights. I was like, you don't need to do that. It's okay. You're not going to war. It's fine. Ladies in tights that are too tight. It's like, congratulations, we get it. It's just a weird vibe, and of course you have people who hog certain equipment, and the big guys as well. So you don't want to get into fights with them, you know. But yeah, I do like the gym, so, generally speaking, and because it's also a controlled environment. You get to burn fat in a concentrated environment. You're there for a purpose. It's like kind of going to school. It's like when you go to school, you are focused, apparently. Or that's the idea anyway. You can decide to pay attention and get good grades and whatever. But it's definitely a controlled environment because you're there for that purpose. You're not there to, to sell eggs, right? So the gym is similar to that. That's why I'd rather go to the gym than exercise at home. I don't really like doing that unless I had like a gym set. But I've tried both, and I would choose a gym every time. People who run outside, again, I don't like doing that. There's too much stimuli for me. The birds, the trees, traffic, people looking at you like, damn, he's fat. So yeah, I like the gym. Because everyone in the gym it's either you're fat or you think you're fat. Those are the two categories. You're fat or you think you're fat. And you're there for a purpose, and you hope to achieve your set objectives. If you don't get disillusioned or just decide not to go for like 3 months, it's a bad idea. If you want to reach out to me, the email address is in the description. It's poetrybores@gmail.com. Tell me what you think of the podcast. Read out, say hello. Send me some nice recipes. I don't know, whatever. Some insults. I promise I won't be offended. I mean, I might be offended, but I won't take it. I don't take anything to heart, to be honest. If it's that bad, I'll just ignore it. But reach out to your boy. Yeah, that's the podcast. Thank you for listening. Glad I was able to do it this Sunday. Like, boom, Sunday, wake up, do it, get it out the door. And I hope you enjoyed the episode. Catch you next week. Peace.